A former cyclist has voiced her opinion about why it's not bikes she hates, it's some of the entitled, this is a direct quote, don't come for me, entitled tossers who ride them. Glenn, I've seen your Instagram and it is full of cycling selfies. Would you care to respond?
Yeah, look, Erin, this is an age-old thing. It's been around forever. Look, I've lost about 7 friends over 4 decades of riding bicycles. As a professional athlete as well, I've seen it all. I've seen both sides of the camp. I've been on TV doing arguments about it for a very long time. And look, 99% of all people, road users, cars, bus drivers, everybody and cyclists do the right thing. It's just this small minority that continue to do the wrong thing. But that also doesn't give people the right to be aggressive to that small minority because, you know, a car versus bike loses every time. And like I say, I've lost 7 mates. So all I can say is education and cyclists stay off the roads in the peak hour and use your common sense. You know, use your common sense and find your places to ride and call your mark. Don't put yourself in harm's way.
Yeah, the thing that frustrates me, Glenn, and you're absolutely right, the safety of everyone has to be paramount. But Wes, I was in the city yesterday going to a radio panel event and we sat in traffic, and yes, this is self-interest motivated, for I think 20 minutes for one road, one line of cars, and there were 2 bike lanes, thanks Clover Moore, 2 bike lanes empty, not one cyclist
Crazy.
for 20 minutes. And I'm saying to the driver, could you just, he's like, no, you're not allowed, you're not allowed. Like, that annoys me, that turns me off cyclists who are really doing a wonderful thing by getting out there.
I drive cars, Erin. I'm on your side on that argument all day long. All day long, I ride, but I drive a car, and I've seen it all.
That's the frustrating part. It doesn't help, does it, Wes?
I think it's like a lot of things. You know, we're talking about a couple of bad apples here. So, you know, I think in any group you get people that flex the laws. I'm talking about some of the cyclists because that's was the initial remark. So you do get some. We've all come across them, and that's where they get this bad rap. You know, at the end of the day, they're people out exercising. There's the rule of law and the rule on the roads, which if they abide by, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn, they're supposed to be given 1 or 1.5 metre berth. They're supposed to ride when they ride in groups a certain way. So if they are abiding by the road rules for cyclists, then drivers just need to be a little bit patient. Is it really worth running over someone? That's what you need to ask for the 1 minute extra that you're going to gain on time. We're not going to remove bikeways now with the amount that local councils and state governments have invested in them. They're there to stay. So I think we all just need to, manoeuvre around the roadways, etc., without causing any harm or, the aggressive behaviour like you spoke about, Erin, upon each other. And at the end of the day, it's just uncalled for. We've all honked them a couple of times. It is what it is. Just stay away from each other.
Speak for yourself, Wes. I never honk anyone on the road. That's ridiculous. Finally, we are just minutes away, and I know you two are frothing over this. Taylor Swift's first show in Melbourne. This is bigger than the Beatles, than anything else. It is utterly ridiculous. Are you fans yourself? Are you going? Do you think it's mad? Wes, what do you think?
Look, there's no doubt she's an amazing performer. We need to give her that, and she's got a astronomical, disproportionate, you could argue, following. So I get all that. I'd be asking, what's the health behind some of the obsessiveness? I think there are areas that we need to look at. I've seen universities that have studied her phenomenon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so it is kind of a bit crazy that, we've got doctorates and professors looking at how Tay-Tay's changing culture. And that's where, as you can imagine, my response is...
Yeah, you can understand why, though, given Joe Biden reportedly, and a very reliable source, is saying we can use her to win an election, and Donald Trump is the opposite. She's playing a part in a potential American presidential election. Glenn, what do you think?
Oh, look, there's plenty of people that I know around, without naming myself as a closet Tay-Tay fan, but it's amazing. Look, on a serious note, girl power, we talk about women leading from the front, and Tay, she is leading from the front. She's taken not only her music career by storm, but her business career, her asset career. She is leading the way and shows that, just a country and western singer, I think she started out as, can just take over the world, and look, I wish her all the best. And the songs, my favourite song, well, that's me.
Can you sing us a line, Glenn, before we go? I want a quick line from each of you.
thank you, Taylor, for making us, all the good guys, look a little bit better.
What a
because
line
all
too,
you...
Taylor. She's not going to watch. I want a line from her song. Wes, give me a line.
He's going to hate.
Thank you, gentlemen. You've been absolutely wonderful. Thanks. She might be watching, actually. I should not be so dismissive of this show and its big audience. Gentlemen, brilliant. Thank you so much.